You're Near the Wild with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska.
All right, welcome to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker. I'm in Costa Rica.
I'm John Norris. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska.
And I'm Greg Chaille. I'm in Sammamish, Washington. What's that? You got a mini bike on property there, Matt?
What?
You got a mini bike on property there? I just heard.
Oh, yeah. The dirt bike kids, they drive through all the time.
Is it a gang? Should we be worried?
Not really organized any more than the country is.
So explain where you're at, Becker.
So I am in Costa Rica. I just got done with 4 long days of drinking and doing other things with everyone we know. And it was fun. And they're now on their way down to somewhere down south.
But you're on the Pacific side of Costa
Yes.
Rica. There's a Pacific side, and then there's a Gulf side.
There's a Caribbean side.
Caribbean side, I'm sorry, yeah.
I've never been to the Caribbean side
I guess
in 14
Everybody
years.
says that's the worst side.
No, it is. They go, oh, it's really cheap, but it's high crime. It's a lot of Caribbean people. And I go, I don't need to see it. And one time Michelle was down there and she goes, I want to go to the Caribbean side. And Fritz looked at her and goes, there's a ton of beaches you haven't seen on the Pacific side. Why go over there?
Yeah, really.
He's only been down here since the 70s. He goes, you're right, Michelle. You know more than we do. Go ahead.
West Coast is the best coast. Everybody knows that.
No, it's good. And the thing is it was a interesting trip in this time. We flew out, and the new change on the airlines are you have to turn your laptop off. But the federal government now allows you to keep your iPad on. And they were we were in first class. They still were losing their minds. They would come up and go, is that a computer? And you go, it's an iPad. Oh, well, okay, that's okay. But if it's a computer, you have to turn it on. I know, you've lost half your control, you cunt. It's unbelievable. They really do. They lose their mind. And I'm laughing at those commercials. I thought about it. The ones, it's a tablet and a computer. They're going to shut you off.
So basically, they should be hiring Best Buy people who can basically qualify which is a computer, which is a tablet, which is a BlackBerry. Right. I mean, now they're having to manage, besides managing my ration of vodka and tonics, they also have to now figure out who has the right equipment that can be left on.
Because you can tell them this isn't a laptop. This is a tablet with an attached keyboard.
That's a wave of our new future of trouble on the airlines. It's good.
But you've been on solid ground for a week now, right?
Oh yeah, it was weird. We got here and we had no electricity when we got here. One of our line broke, and then it's government run, so they had to get the State Department involved just to hook up our wires, and then our metal gates we have protected in front of our house. They wof screwed up, so the guys had to kind of work on that.
So in the last 9 months, no one could have done this?
I don't think you understand the timeline they have down here.
See,
God loves the lady that takes care of our place, but she said, I didn't know if you were coming.
Like you maybe gave up on Costa Rica and the property?
You've been doing it every year for 13 years. I thought you would skip one.
Yeah. She goes, and I you know how now she tries to use technology against me. Oh, I didn't get your email. Well, you know how you can check to see that they opened the email?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can see if it's been opened. So I knew she opened it. And then I found the email after that in which she responded to the email I sent her. So that kind of ruined her lie.
Well, I mean, you try. That's a 20th century, 21st century situation. That's pretty advanced for her.
No, I know. I was things are changing quick down here.
What are some of the bigger changes you've seen since you were last there 9 months ago?
Since last year, not a lot changes down here, but inflation, I think. We went to the supermarket. Inflation has hit pretty good. We don't notice it as much in Alaska because we are already overpaying.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everything's already expensive here. I don't know how much more expensive it can get.
Oh,
yeah, you got to really watch them.
Well, you definitely you go to the supermarket more down there than you would at home because there's not a lot to buy at one, and when you do, it goes bad really quick. I remember that with the meat that we bought down there.
Yeah, we don't buy meat down here.
Yeah.
Is that because it doesn't have all the great preservatives we have here?
No, they don't feed. They don't do corn to feed cattle. They use grass.
It's actually
and grass makes it.
It's
horrible.
better, But what we had a problem with was if the power goes out and someone keeps opening the fucking refrigerator door to get a beer, then that refrigerator just becomes basically a very weak microwave. It's it's like a sous vide. It's cooking it, but at a very low temperature, like less than room temperature. But it's 90 degrees out. So what would happen was you'd buy meat, and then the power would go out, and someone would keep going to grab beers, and that sealed package of delicious res or whatever they call it down there, it's slowly turning green from red to green, and in 2 days it's gone. You throw it away. So I mean,
it's almost amazing when you watch 14 people in a house. How many times they open the refrigerator door? I think I know why we're one of the fattest nations in the world.
It's a comfort thing.
Hook that door up to something to generate electricity.
You would think they were watching TV. They open it, stand there, nothing's on, close it.
I don't know what I'm looking for in life, but I'm pretty sure I'll find it in the fridge.
It's got to be it's the missing thing.
Well, I came down here to Washington right before right before Christmas, so like on the 20th, and my brother and his wife went away. They spend 2 weeks in Hawaii. We got here late at night, and they didn't really check out anything, and then they left in the morning, and then I got up and realized there's no food in this house. They moved over to juicing. They've got I mean he actually bought a Pelican case, a watertight, real durable case to take his juicer with him.
Because they don't have juice in Hawaii?
I don't know, dude. He takes cutting boards and knives and cookware. They stay in a condo, and they've been doing it for years. They basically just cook at home, and that's one thing they do. It's awesome. But it was a bit of a shock at first because there's a Vitamix 5000 or whatever. It's like what they use at Jamba Juice to whip up those smoothies.
That's the Willet blender where they're dropping like hockey pucks and cell phones in it.
Oh, dude, you put in some squash, butternut squash, and a couple other like fresh ingredients, and you kick this
turkey.
You cook it on anything, dude.
Ants.
It will spin this thing so fast. The centrifugal force will actually cook soup in less than 5 minutes. And it's just a puree, like split pea or butternut squash, but it's pretty fucking fantastic. So, needless to say, I've been juicing as well for the past 4 weeks.
That's awkward because A-Rod can't play baseball next year for the same reason. For you, it's healthy.
Your swing has been fantastic lately, though.
Yeah, he'd be playing next year if he juiced the way I'm juicing.
What's your go-to juice?
I've learned to put some fruit in everything, and I'm getting a little heavy-handed with the fruit, but I'm also throwing kale and spinach.
Yeah.
But this thing pulverizes it so much that it's one consistency. If there were like lumps in there, or there was like
you're in Washington.
Yeah.
You can put weed in there, dude.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Legal.
But then it would make you really hungry. You have to buy food.
Exactly. My original point was the refrigerator door here rarely opens. I know what's in there. The weird part is we come home and I'm gearing up for some juice, and my brother makes a BLT without the bacon. It's chicken skin. I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here? It's the weirdest thing. You wake up in the morning and you're drinking kale juice, and then at night we're eating BLTs with fried chicken skin instead of bacon.
No, I've done the fried chicken skin, but isn't that as bad as bacon?
It's worse and more delicious. I attempt to say more delicious.
I was going to open a store with just chicken skin. I was going to deep fry chicken skin and sell it because it's amazing.
Well,
where do
you realize you might not even like chicken?
Until Becker opens up the store, can you just go to a grocery store and buy chicken skin, or do you have to like buy the whole chicken?
It comes with some other parts that you can or cannot eat called meat. So,
I don't want the meat. I just want the skin.
You'll find someone who'll take it. I guess the trick, Becker, would be to really get people up on that chicken skin part, and then eventually they'll find a market for it in Asia, and then you're done. You don't even have to. You don't have to sell it here. They sell more chicken feet to China than they sell chicken to America. Tyson Foods.
The Japanese are actually putting Netflix on their pizza now. It's insane. Like, I don't know even how you do that.
Hey, did you guys see that thing about Pizza Hut is going to get into the pizza by the slice game?
No way.
No.
Is that fucking ridiculous?
Why would that be ridiculous? They're clearly going under. Best Buy might have thought of it.
You don't want to buy a whole pizza. Maybe you just want to buy a slice. Well, just, one slice.
How many times have you eaten a piece of pizza and gone, why do we buy a whole pizza?
Will they deliver one slice? Are they using the Amazon drones to just drop off one slice of pizza?
I guess it depends, like Becker said. It's like if they're going under, they'll probably get to that point.
I mean, remember when they were Wing Street?
Oh, yeah.
Come to Pizza Hut for Wing Street.
Yeah. If you're not...
We'll make your chicken wrap.
This is the thing. If you're not going there for a whole pizza, why would you go there for a $2 or $3 slice of pizza?
I think it's a marketing thing because they say, well, let's start them at one slice and then we'll try to hard sell them. We'll talk them up to at least half of a pizza.
Or maybe have like the hangdog face at the cash register, and maybe you like feel guilty, so you'll add.
They're working on commission, so they get every slice.
They're trying to compete with Costco. They're like, well, I would sell you one piece, but we got all these others. You want just the whole thing?
Just take the whole thing.
Well, have it for the same price.
They're starting in 2 markets, and this is the
where.
Well,
Where?
that's the thing. Is like they're starting it in York, Nebraska. And,
Nebraska's huge. Like it's a huge testing ground for all fast food places.
I'm so glad they went to a discriminating test market like York, Nebraska, or Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
If you think about Nebraska, you think there's nothing else to do but go, how else can we order the pizza?
That's what they have, the Taco Bell University in Nebraska, where it's just like the greatest minds of our generation thinking about different ways they can put together beans, meat, and cheese.
Oh, yeah, the new one.
Weird. That's heavy soybean country. I wonder where they got the idea.
That's what, now they've got the stuffed nachos, or they just roll up all of the nachos ingredients into a tortilla.
As a nacho connoisseur, I am deeply offended by that because that is just a burrito with chips in it.
It's it's like you ran over your burrito is what it is.
If they could just get a device that would shove it down your throat so you wouldn't have to chew it.
like a
Vitamixer where it just blends it and you just drink it.
Oh, I should try that.
Put it in a
burrito Bel Grande smoothie.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'd have to test it against maybe Chipotle, with more fresher ingredients than the soybean additives.
Baja Fresh.
So
you have to think eventually Mexico is going to have to tell Taco Bell to stop. They're making just a mockery out of their heritage at this point.
Well,
we're killing them though. Taco Bell's like the #1 Mexican food. And we're not legalized weed. You're fucked, Mexico. all you got left is hubcaps. Good luck.
And they're the ones who started it, the Mexican food, and then they're fueling it with the weed.
Taco Bell's pumping a lot of money into these legalized marijuana campaigns.
Yeah. So, hey, John, do you have any news for Matt while he's down in Costa Rica? You're still up in Anchorage. I know that you're starting to migrate 6 blocks north.
I'm pretty much moved in, and it's going well. It's a little colder this side of town, but it's not bad. What's going on in Anchorage? Last week a plane landed on Boniface, pretty busy road.
That's by our house. Our house.
Yeah, you missed it. I read the story that ADN had, and they're just the pilot was just like, well, we didn't have power, so just put it down on the road. No big deal. Everyone is fine. So it's very nonchalant. And I think Alaska is probably one of the only places where you could just land a plane in the middle of a road at like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and everyone's just like, pretty good job. No one died.
I have to echo that. The interview was very nonchalant. It was like, I really can't talk. There's an investigation. It's like, wait a minute. Your hands are still trembling from bringing it down in the median, dude. Yeah. Who briefed you? Like the NTSB is already here going, look, I don't want you to say nothing.
And then the police were like, in the interview with ADN, they said, well, obviously we don't have airplanes landing on roadways very often. And then, like, 2 paragraphs later, they're like, at least 2 other planes have landed on South Central roads last year.
I think he meant with
more common than they think.
He meant within the hour. There's
Yeah,
only been
today's
one.
the first one today.
Yeah.
Pretty good rush hour.
Do you get a ticket for that?
No.
Like you're on a road,
Speeding
Can you get a
or
ticket?
impeding traffic. There's probably a lot.
I think
Littering.
probably too slow.
Too slow.
That would be the ticket.
Too slow or too low. Either one, he's getting a ticket.
Whoa. What else? Let me see. There was a this is my favorite one. The headline is possibly armed, runaway, taken into custody without incident. So it came out that there was a 12-year-old running around town with a gun, and then they found him, and I guess he did not have a gun. So just a 12-year-old.
Was running around town, and that's the news.
That's it.
Has it been that slow since I left?
Yep, that's it. The comments really started heating up when the article said he was 5'6", but then all of his classmates chimed in and said, "Hey, I'm in social studies with that guy. He's only 5'4". So
there's no way it could be the guy.
Yellow journalism from ADN.
Oh yeah.
What? The police can't check Facebook to see where he is? he's posted every hour.
All the kids aren't on Facebook anymore, and they're on Twitter, and the police haven't caught on yet.
Hey, we did get approved. I read that. Anchorage got approved to one of the 6 cities for drones.
For
They're going
drones.
to test domestic drones in Anchorage.
Oh,
The police are?
Yeah, everybody.
Wait.
Everybody can?
Who's getting the drones? What is it? A private company delivering pizza?
Law enforcement.
Law enforcement. Well, there's another reason to pack your bags.
Well, what are they? What are they looking for with these drones?
They're just going to test them to practice for the rest of the country, they said.
Okay, perfect.
To calibrate the sights. I don't know what are they trying to test. I guess
it's going to find out if anybody actually sunbathes in Alaska.
I guess it would be a good spot with like wide open spaces. No, but wouldn't you want it to? I guess that's where you.
I don't
would
know.
try
We
it.
have planes coming down on roadways all the time. I don't know if we need more stuff in the air.
If you had a drone, it wouldn't have impeded traffic. It would.
Yeah, not very stealthy with that last one.
It would have landed on the sidewalk if there was a sidewalk in Anchorage.
But that's pretty much, Alaska. I think everyone's kind of excited that we might, legalize marijuana sometime here in the next year.
We were the original ones to have legal marijuana, and now we're acting like we're going to do it.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody was like, I thought it was legal here. We're very unclear about what the law actually is.
It's like getting married again after you've been married for 14 years. You go, let's do it again. Let's go renew our vows.
This time.
I don't get it either. And anyone who would be giving me advice on whether it's legal or not, I would listen for a while, and then I'd just step back and go, wait a minute. This guy's not a lawyer. He's not a cop. He's a guy who smokes weed. He doesn't really know whether it's legal or not. He's just holding a baggie stuffed in his sock. So he's saying to everyone, it's legal, man. So I don't know what the law is. I think personal use is allowed.
It's illegal to have it.
Yeah.
But it's not illegal to smoke it in your own home with 2 or 3 plants as long as you're wearing a yellow t-shirt.
Well, I'm just so glad we can go down the medical marijuana route. That's so ridiculous. I have restless leg syndrome. Turns out I don't. I just have to pee.
Well, I mean, I still haven't gone into the local establishment here. It's been too busy, but I do want to go in and ask for their fine selection of hemp ropes and hemp outerwear because they should be flooding the market any day now. I mean, the regular rope companies must be really sweating it with all that advertising about how this isn't about smoking pot, it's about making rope cheap.
I just talked to someone the other day that used to live in Alaska, and he now grows marijuana in California medically. And I jammed him up with that very question. I wish I'd have filmed it. So do you know how to make rope? He's like, what? Well, no. How about shirts? Can you make shirts? Nope. Can you make a sail? Can you make me dungarees? Nothing. You got nothing here but smoking it, hemp head?
Where's his hemp canvas to make really inexpensive Levi's? I mean,
there's nothing more comfortable than some hemp pants.
I mean, the day that marijuana became legal is the day they threw away the idea of making anything out of it.
Yeah. That
Just
argument
was
went away.
Oh, no.
And now that hookah is back to marijuana again. No longer for tobacco.
Pants are great, but if you smoke the stuff, that's where the real key. That's the best part. Why waste it on pants?
Like I said, marijuana does nothing for me. I never cared for it, but I don't have a problem with it. But it's such a wild west right now where everyone's just going, I'm going to quit my job and go raise weed. And I go, well, good luck with that.
The legalization in Colorado has created this huge demand now because people are crossing state lines to go and buy it. I've been downtown this last weekend on a Friday night. We were downtown and in Seattle here. There's no difference. The same people who are smoking weed are smoking weed. I don't see anything. The sky is not falling, in which that's what everyone wants you to think. And I'm not a doctor. I don't have any kind of research to back it up. But I don't notice anything different day to day. And I don't see people strung out or walking around trying to sell me car stereos that have been ripped out of a dash to go buy weed. It's in its infancy, and we'll see what happens. But it is interesting that so many people are against it, and then when they see how much revenue they're going to actually be able to attribute to that stream coming in on taxation, it's insane.
I think you just summed up gay marriage.
Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about.
Same thing.
Oh, Becker, so I saw Bart posted a picture of a giant grasshopper.
They're amazing.
Well, out in Costa Rica, a lot of people from Alaska at Chilkoot Charlie's, they all head down all at the same time in January, and that's who's down there with Becker right now. Becker has property, but these people come down and hang out and rent a house and go poolside for a couple of weeks. And our buddy Bart, who was in a podcast previously, is one of the guys who's down there with you.
Yeah.
Like I said, they come down here just to relax and blow steam. There aren't a lot of rules down here, so we can pretty much do whatever we want. That's usually what we do.
Yeah.
But then there's always that thing where no rules and wildlife mix. And that's where those grasshoppers are like 7 inches long. And when they come in, you can be drunk, you can be sober, you can be whatever you want, but you better be getting the fuck out of the way because they will kill you.
So in Alaska, it's illegal to feed moose. Like some guy, I think, just got a ticket for feeding cabbage to a moose in his yard. And so
he didn't blend it.
Throw it in the Vitamix.
Why wouldn't you say you were trying to get it away from the moose? He stole my cabbage. It looks like I was feeding it. I was pulling it out of his mouth.
I was eating cabbage. He sneaks up on me.
So what's it like going from the place where all the animals are bigger than you and might eat you to a place where all the insects are bigger than you and might eat you?
Well, it's not that they're bigger. It's just you have to be really on your feet. There's a learning curve when you come down here every year that you go, oh, yeah, like I'm walking across the grass. Becky goes, you should really have shoes on. And she's right. I mean, there's shit down here that's like as big as your pinky that can kill you.
Oh, the fertilance? Isn't that the
little... The fertilance is the least of your worries.
Yeah, that's a little snake that when they're about the size of your pinky when they're babies, and that'll kill you.
Step on a cane toad, you get salmonella.
Oh, cane toads too, yep.
I don't know. I don't think I like the idea of bigger animals. So at least you hear them coming.
Before they rip you apart.
Yeah. I don't know.
Apparently you never read Gulliver's Travel. No, it's fun. I mean, like I said, down here, it's exactly the opposite. Like we have to look out for scorpions in the house and stuff. And you just don't do that at home. You look out for chihuahuas when you're at home.
Yeah.
It's true.
You might crush a pet.
Oh, we got the pool set up too. I forgot about that. We set the pool up and we had Bart help us, and he used his 99-cent app leveler. So the pool's at about a 45-degree angle.
Is it an above ground pool?
For now.
One side, the north side of it is.
It's really tilty. I'll send you a picture. It's ridiculously poorly.
It's now a waterfall. Well, I'll just interject this because I'm still excited after the win on Saturday. The Seattle Seahawks beating
win on that one.
Beating the New Orleans Saints. It's down to it. Next week we'll find out who's going to play the Super Bowl. I know it's not really important and everything, but this fucking football thing, Seahawks has taken over this city. I mean, they've got this whole 12th man thing, and I know Bill Burr talks about how ridiculous it is that they kind of created this whole publicity campaign around the 12th man, about their stadium being louder than any other stadium, which is just a ridiculous thing. And now other people are trying to do it, and then they're saying they're feeding in crowd noise on the PA. So it's great. Marketing-wise, it's awesome because they've really, I mean, it's the emperor has no clothes. But they've turned this into a big thing, and now I just read yesterday that they're playing the 49ers next Sunday, and the Seattle Seahawks are putting tickets online, but they're blocking ticket sales to California. So if you have an address with a zip code in anywhere in California, you cannot buy tickets online through the Seattle Seahawks CenturyLink Field box office.
Wow.
This is awesome. They're only selling to Oregon, Washington, Montana, Idaho, Alaska, and Hawaii. You guys are welcome. But we don't want any of those dirty Californians coming up. Now, if you want to go a StubHub, you can go spend extra money there. You can go scalp
How
tickets.
is that legal?
They can do whatever they want with their tickets. They're not blocking you from actually entering the stadium. They're just trying to give advantage to people who might not be 49ers fans.
I can't believe that's legal.
I can't believe that an NFL team would care who buys the tickets, but I like it.
I think
about the noise, though.
Yeah.
They just said today in the paper they actually created an earthquake. They set off a seismograph.
Yeah.
Who did? The Seahawks fans?
Yeah, the Seahawks. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what game it was, but some game this year I read that.
Really?
Yeah. And I think like the LSU college football team has a reputation of being, setting off like seismographs.
Like, no, hold on a second. It doesn't set off an earthquake. They're able to register it, right?
Registered as an earthquake.
But they feel it and they go, well, there wasn't seismic activity. This definitely came from 3rd and Main over there where the LSU stadium is.
Exactly.
So here's the Weather Channel. They say, seismologists say Seahawks fans shook the ground under Seattle's CenturyLink Field during Saturday's defeat of the New Orleans Saints, causing another fan-generated earthquake.
Awesome.
So there really is a 12-man. We have proof now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Human fracking.
I mean, really, the real winners with this whole, I guess any town that has a Super Bowl contender and you get into the playoffs, the real winners are finally morning radio becomes relevant again because they can do their stunts that they used to do in the 90s and the 80s, and they can come up with parody songs. We Will Hawk You is the one they have
that's
out
a good
here.
one. They're still using that one.
Oh, they've got a ton of them up here. It's Bob Rivers and Spike who's his band the Impalers. They're awesome, but
I know Bob Rivers.
It's nonstop, dude, of parody songs. Like every hour they're doing it. So I mean, it harkens back to morning radio when they had kind of a purpose and a message and a drive, and not just hey, traffic on the 15s and 10 songs, 12 songs an hour, no talking.
I don't care about anything. I just care about the squares. Becky hit 2, and I've hit 1, and then my side bets have all paid off. So go to hell.
Yeah, well, I'll be at the Stanhope compound for Super Bowl. So if you want to get some squares in,
I'm exactly right. That's what I was going to ask you about. I want to get some squares.
Definitely. And then last year we did the chicken drop where we had 100 squares gridded out on a piece of blue tarp, and we had a 3-foot like little cage all the way around the tarp, and we brought a chicken and dropped him into the tarped area that was all gridded, and wherever the chicken took a dump, that was the winner, and that was fun.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's a great one.
That game.
But 2 or 3 ladies, I think they were vegan. Well, come on, of course they were vegans. they felt that
We're not eating the chicken.
Well, that's the thing. Now you don't even eat
Just its
We
skin.
scared it. We scared it.
You scared it?
Yeah.
You should tell them what they're going to do to it after the game.
If he doesn't hit double sixes.
Why don't you do the vegan drop this year?
The what?
Vegan drop.
What's that?
Let one of the vegans go out there and take a dump. Just keep them in there until they go.
Yeah, everyone will have one person with a cattle prod on every side of the square, just to keep them away. Yeah, so that's why you want to lump your picks in the middle.
So if it's right on the line and it's in like more than one square, how do you pay out at that point?
It hasn't gotten to that. We'd probably determine it the old-fashioned way, fisticuffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like horseshoes. You just go by the closest. You figure it out.
Yeah, it's all
Unless
working
you get a hanger.
If I'm at a sports bar and I can't get them to change the channel to the HGTV network, I'll be watching it.
Yeah, and if you want to find out if the game is actually on, just put your ear to the ground, and if there's a low rumble that shakes your bowels, then the Seahawks are probably up.
That might be the Taco Bell I ate, though.
Well, I said I don't really care about sports at all.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
It was still a blast to watch it in Spanish. We have to sit and make shit up for fucking every goddamn play. And they will show the American announcers down here.
Yep.
But they won't. They turn their mic off so the guys who played soccer can sit and talk over them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Remember that one year when I was down there, we went south of your place, and there's that little bar where that guy set up like at the corner of someone's property right next to the road.
Yeah.
You did magic for his son.
Yep.
Yeah, the game was on there, right? It's like the fucking
Yeah,
weirdest thing.
In the middle of nowhere, monkey country, all of a sudden you got the game on there. But at the Hilton, we couldn't get it. Fuck off.
It's a strange country, sir.
You know what's funny about down here is on their elections, they don't sell alcohol. They finally changed it.
Mm-hmm.
But on Super Bowl Sunday, it happens to fall during their elections. So no alcohol sales on Super Bowl Sunday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll buy the week before, but boy, that's kind of fucked.
But all the bars and restaurants, they have yellow tape. They're supposed to tape off all their coolers. It's hanging 3 feet over the thing. And if a federale, which is their government worker from San Jose, if he were to come in, they drop the tape and tell all the customers, throw your cups in the garbage. They go, we'll buy a new beer, but just do it because they can seize our property.
Seems like you should get a I voted sticker and then be able to drink. That would make everyone want to vote. And wait a minute, you're not voting down there, so why can't you drink?
Well, that's what the argument's been. So what they came up with was they were originally going to do, okay, all the Americans who are down here on vacation, you can drink, but you aren't allowed to serve Ticos. You know how well that went over?
Yeah, that was probably start slitting the throats of Americans.
I mean, anytime you got a foreigner come to you going, hey, can you buy me something? That's our move. The apology thing. Who's the female comedian that refused to apologize about the spaghetti-o joke?
Natasha Leggero.
Yes. And she got national press over it by not saying sorry. Like I predicted.
By not saying sorry?
Yeah,
they wanted her to apologize.
Did you see Greg she was on like the NBC New Year's countdown thing, and they talked about how SpaghettiOs had a picture of a SpaghettiO can waving an American flag for Pearl Harbor Day.
Uh-huh.
And how it was in bad taste, and she said something about how SpaghettiOs doesn't want to offend the Pearl Harbor veterans because all they can eat is SpaghettiOs at this point.
Which is a great joke.
Sure.
And so everybody was saying how terrible it was, and NBC got all these emails, and Natasha Leggero just refused to apologize. And now everybody is on her side again.
I mean, with the Tosh.0, with the
Jay Moore just had to apologize to Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
She said she was fat.
I don't know if he really apologized.
No, but that was the whole point. Now today, I saw Alyssa Milano was working with homeless dogs, which is weird because she was a homeless dog a week ago.
She was hot when she got out of Too Close for Comfort. Didn't she do what was that movie?
Semi-porn?
Yeah. No, she did the other one. What, Wild at Heart or something?
Yeah, and then she did a bunch of B movies where she was naked all the time.
Sure, but I mean that's how you end up amassing those 8x10 glossies with a real signature from Alyssa Milano. You do a lot of shitty movies, and then she has to go to Comic-Con.
There you go. You can meet your stars if they gain enough weight. So this is another episode Near the Wild, this time doing it from the Devil's Triangle.
Well,
I'm in Costa Rica.
Devil's Triangle, we can't use that. I looked it up.
Why?
We can't use Devil's Triangle.
Trademarked?
Yeah, it's another
Jay-Z
name.
owns it?
No, it's already a place. It's the Bermuda Triangle is also known as the Devil's Triangle. So
another great vacation spot.
Yes, similar. Stuff is missing, power goes out, But we could call it the Devil's Scalene. That's a triangle with 3 unequal sides.
That's actually perfect.
That's
This
perfect.
feels like geometry class, and I have tuned out.
You
Perfect.
sound like an American.
Then I said that word right, scalene.
Nice.
Scaling. So Devil's Scaling.
Triangulos del Diablo for you, Becker.
Nice. That we can use.
All right, so now if you remember it, that's the way you can sign off.
Okay. So this is Matt Becker. I'm in Costa Rica in the Devil's Scaling.
And another point on the Scalene, I'm John Norris in Anchorage.
Greg Chaille in Washington.
Have a good week.
Adios, Becker.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Engineered by me, Greg Chaille.
Una, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
That's it. 5 is it. You can be a drummer. You can count
I
to
can't
5.
order a 6-pack.
No.
I can order half an octopus.